So it's very late. It's afternoon actually. It's 2:40. I woke up at 9, but I've not been feeling very good because I've been doing a bit too much the last couple of days. So it's 2:40 and I've only just got out of the bath. I got in at about 1 o'clock. I'm about to put some seeds out for the birds because I haven't done that in a while, and they're nagging me by yelling at me. So I thought I should do that. Finally got out of the bath. Finally got dressed. I've got some washing up to do because I made cauliflower cheese last night. Well, actually I made cauliflower and broccoli cheese with chorizo, bacon bits and mustard and cheesy sauce. I was doing for a minute. No, yeah, I'm going to go feed the birds first of all, so come join me. So I've been drying off some bread, so I take a bit of that, and then usually prop that up. I'm coming, babies. It's okay. Right, so then prop this bad boy up. So prop this bad boy up, and then I've got a couple of things here. So I have cat food, ironically, fat balls, bird seed. I've got a premix I've got in here. So I crush up the fat balls. I've got mealworms. I've got cat food. So basically I've got mealworms, fat balls crushed up into there, cat food. Yeah, so that's my kind of mix. I haven't put the cat food. I need to put some more cat food in actually. I'll put some in so you can do my mix with me. Fuck, these tubs are so hard to fucking open, I swear. They're not built for cripples. Ouch. There you go. I haven't put bread in there, so I didn't want it to get all damp. Right, so I'm going to mix this in. Right, I'm sort of filling my bowl up as well at the same time, I think. Get some bird seed. Some other mealworms. So that's my mix that I do. So make sure there's lots of mealworms and fat balls, especially at the moment because it's cold. Right, put you up there while I grab my crutch. The only annoying thing about this is fucking hard work to do one-handed. You haven't got rumps around the back, so one-handed this is. So there used to be that's for our chickens. There used to be a feeding stoop, which I will show you in a minute. Sorry, you're getting a ride in the bowl. And then, now that's popped you up, put it up here now, so that the birds have got a bit more of a chance of escaping if one of the fat cats decides to visit. So here's where it used to go. It's around there. But it's a bit too close. I used to put it down there, but I've upgraded to the walls, gives them a bit more time. Right, I'm afraid it's going in the bowl again. So then pour a bit on this side too. So then got a bit there, got a bit there. Done a lot the last couple of days, and my hands are really sore, so my dexterity is bloody awful, so apologies for the crap camera work. I'm going to be buying more peanuts and mealworms once next month. Top up my feed. that up and make sure everything's sealed. Right. So they can hear all the birds chirping. Sadie B. We have so many birds. I have to do this every 2 days. Oh, can you see? My camera work's not very good because I'm wobbly. Just coming back up. Don't worry. So this is where one-handed comes in really annoying because there's only so much you can carry. I want not to be beaten. It's the annoying things about having. Right. I have loaded up on as much bread as I can carry. Which isn't very much, to be honest. We're going to go feed the fish. Sadie B. You're seeing a midriff view right now because I'm balancing bread on my bucket, my fish food bucket, because that's how I roll. Fucking one-handed. I think I'm upside down. I think I was upside down. Never mind. Right. Let's feed the fish. Hey Fishly Wishlies. How you doing today? Everything's always sealed, which is great. But my hands aren't very good at it. Right, so we have sinking and floating pellets, as we've got shabunkins, tench and gudgeon, a tench gudgeon mix. Think about maybe getting some minnows or something. But yes, there's the pond. You can't actually see any of the fish though. Mind you, it has been very cold, so I don't blame them. They like to hide in this kind of area over here, to be honest, or by the pump. So I don't think I'll be seeing them very much because it's cold, but it's warmer, so getting there. Right, we fed the fish. Now it's time to have a cup of tea. And share a bit of my view with you. So this is a secret garden. It's got a way to go at the moment because it's all over the place, but we're slowly building it up. And then I give you the big tour. Then, oh God, these stairs are a bad idea for you. So here's the top bit of the garden. Here's Mo's tree. There's Roger's tree. Hi Roger. So that's Roger's tree. Golden delicious. And we've got a nice view. It's a bit chilly today, but it's not too bad actually. It's been a lot colder, so can't complain. So that's my nice view. in the valley. But yeah, so I'm going to go for a cup of tea now. Right, I've done my little jobs for the day. Well, is it sad that my life is now one of my jobs to do for the day is getting ready, which takes the longest, but I haven't had breakfast or anything, but I did put out food for the birds and I've fed the fish, so we're all sorted. I'm having a real problem at the moment because I haven't been sleeping very well for ages. It's really frustrating me. I can get to sleep using some diazepam, but it's not a proper sleep. Because I'm not sleeping very well, my brain's all over the place. I'm a ditzy fuck. I mean, yesterday I tried to put the kettle in the fridge. Just boiled too, fucking idiot. Today, I've just literally almost ruined a whole box of tea bags by putting the fucking wet tea bag back in because I'm a fucking idiot. So yeah, I'm having real problems at the moment. I can't pace myself. Well, I can, but no, so, shut up. My problem is, I think I can do more than I can. And that's a good thing in a way, because it means that I push myself and I'm not going to give up and not try anything. On the negative side, it does mean that I overestimate what I can do, then I go do too much, and then I completely fuck myself over. So the last like 2 or 3 days, I've completely knackered myself out to the point where it's almost been hard to sleep because I've been sore. So yeah, I need to try and learn to pace a bit more or accept what I can do a bit more. But I have this internal debate with myself, right? Because what is pacing? I'm variable every day. So depending on what day it is, depends on how good I am. That then depends on what I can do. I mean, today I woke up at 9 o'clock, didn't get in the bath till 1:30 because I was knackered and I felt like shit. So today, not very much achieved, but I left by 1 o'clock yesterday and I did loads of shopping, saw a couple of people and then came back and then did tea. So it's I don't know, I'm scared of not pushing myself hard in case I stop trying and I lose what I've got. But I also know that I can't do what I used to do. My wheelchair, for example, I love my wheelchair. I prefer my Pegasus, the one that I can push, because it gives me an opportunity to use some effort as well. And it's a beautiful machine. But if I don't use my wheelchair, then I'm going to be more knackered. But if I do use my wheelchair, then I'm sore in different ways. My legs are all jelly because I've sat on them for too long. It's always an internal debate. What is my challenge for today? Should I do it or not? Am I pushing myself too hard? Am I being too ambitious? And I don't actually know what the answer is. All I do know is that some days I find it fucking impossible to do the bare basics, the Billy basics. But other days, I've got shit down. Well, a little bit more down anyway, never really truly. But yeah, I need to try and figure that out, and I don't know how to figure that out. I can gauge it by how I look, but at the moment I look shit all the time because I can't sleep. I don't know how to get to sleep properly. I've tried loads of different methods, but the nerve pain's been doing my fucking head in. And I've got friends and they're finding it really difficult too because the pain's it's the cumulative effect. It's not, it's not just having a bad pain day. It's if I have a bad pain day and I have to rest, then it has a knock-on effect on everything else. Just on like life. You can't just not do life things for a day. You've still got to do washing, you've still got to feed yourself, all that kind of stuff. And then you leave that a little bit and then, 2 or 3 days of having a bad day and then you're too stiff because you haven't done enough and there's shitloads of stuff that you need to sort out because you haven't had a fucking opportunity and it's all just piled up. And I don't want to, I'm really scared of losing what I've got. I don't know how to keep what I've got either though. I'm trying to do exercises and things and pretty sure the hill's helping, but well, helping and hindering. My hips are impossibly painful to lie on because I'm building muscle on them. Oh, hi Diesels. Hey little fat boy. So yeah, it's been an interesting week trying to gather where I stand on everything. I'm just fed up of, excuse me. I'm fed up of being sore all the time. I mean, I don't know whether you can hear that. Hold on. can't even do my fingers today because they're too sore. But yeah, my hands are all swollen today because I did late yesterday. But yeah, everything is really sore and my back's tense and it all spasms out and it's making my nerves spasm or my tendons spasm near my nerves, just pulling my shoulder out all the time. And it just hurts. It hurts to breathe, it hurts to stand, it hurts to sit. It just fucking hurts all the time. But I'm trying to push through and do stuff because even though it's painful, again, you've got to keep on doing stuff, haven't you? Because otherwise, what's the point? You can't just lie in bed. It's still going to be painful if you lie in bed. Although, I'm just so tired today, I could go back to sleep. But then there's that internal debate, isn't there? If you've been sleeping shittily, do you try and wait the day out, so you try and go to sleep in the evening so you can get your body clock back in sync, or do you try and get the sleep, which is most important? Because I go between the sleep's most important when I'm fucking hanging to I should really try and get my body clock in sync. But the problem is I can't. I always get overtired. And once I get overtired, I can't sleep even though I'm knackered. Hi, Dash Dash. All the cats are out and adventuring today. But yeah, so that's my internal debate and problem with myself, is that A, I'm pushing myself too hard. B, I think I should push myself harder. C, I'm in a lot of pain. Actually, my other biggest problem is whether or not to take Norm. Norm, it's a painkiller, so it's doesn't really help the symptoms. It helps the pain, but it doesn't solve the problem. I can't take anti-inflammatories because I'm allergic to every one of them, because of course I fucking am. So if I can't take anti-inflammatories, I'm stuck with painkillers and exercises. I do my exercises and I debate with myself on a regular. Should I take my painkillers when I'm sore or not? I mean, there's a logic to preemptively taking your painkillers, right? Because if you take your painkillers when you're at your max pain, it's not as effective because you've already hurt yourself to a point where it's starting to affect everything. So there's that side of it. But then I don't want to preemptively take painkillers. I'm going to be taking painkillers for the rest of my life. I don't want to be taking them regularly if I can help it. I'd rather find alternative methods that work better, thank you. But I have this debate with myself because this only works so much because affordability, etc. So in the meantime, what am I supposed to do? I debate whether I should take Norm or not. Sometimes I can go the whole day without it and I'm like, yeah, I've done really well. I didn't really notice it. I mean, I was a bit twingy a few times, but we got through this. And then there's other days where by the time Nick comes back, I am crawling up the walls with pain. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm almost like crying with it because you just want to sit there and kind of rock slightly. And everything makes me weepy because I'm so sore. So I know taking painkillers is a good idea, but when should I take painkillers? Like, shit. I try and avoid them, but maybe I try and avoid them too much and I set myself up for problems. I don't know, it's really hard. And do you know what the most frustrating thing is? For the last 2.5 years, I haven't really had any specialists help in any way. I went to see Stanmore and they sent me off to University College London to get tested for POTS. They've referred me back to Stanmore. I've heard nothing else, and that's taken like 2 years. And in the meantime, I have no idea whether I'm doing the right thing or not. I don't know who to speak to about it. And the only help I can really get from my GP is increasing my medication. And I don't really want to increase my medication because it's masking a problem. And I'm terrified of doing too much damage to myself. And the frustrating thing is, because it took 26 years for them to believe me that I had problems with my hips, and I've got fucking hip dysplasia that I was born with. So because of that, I think it makes me inherently nervous about seeming like I'm being, a hypochondriac, because I've had that a lot where people have said it's all in your head, and it kind of makes you think it's all in your head after a bit, even though you know it's not. Well, I suppose it is if you want to go down to the science of it, because it's all electrical impulses, but you know what I mean. And it's just really frustrating because there's no one to really help on that side of things. It's hard enough to get somebody to believe you, and then to get to see a specialist, it's frustrating. And it'd be really nice if I could just know whether I was doing the right thing or not. I don't know, it's really difficult. And as you can tell, I'm all teared up because it is frustrating, and I am at the end of my tether today and I'm a bit sore, but also because I'm sore, everything makes me cry. It's stupid. Oh, so frustrating. And it's all very circular, isn't it? So this week's been one of those kind of weeks where I've been so proud of myself and then so frustrated with myself, sometimes on the same day. Definitely an interesting one. I'm going to have to learn to pace a bit, I know that, but fuck, it's hard. It's so much easier to give other people advice on this shit.